Hey everybody, what's happening? Son of a Silver Stacker here. In today's numismatic news and information for the 29th day of April 2022, I'd like to welcome you over to JM Bullion to look at the live spot prices. However, before I do that, I'd like to take you over to Numismatic Nation Friday night silver and coin auction 4/29/2022, 6 p.m. Eastern and 3 p.m. Pacific. That's today. Now, over here to JM Bullion, I want to show you the spot prices. Gold is up 1946 to 1923.81. Silver's up 34 cents to 23.78. Platinum up $12.79 to 1949.13, and palladium up 45.11 to 23.48.26. In stock silver, you're looking right there at 1,000 pieces of silver in stock. Looks like somebody's been buying it up. Now over here to coinweek.com. This great article here by Coin Analyst, April 28, 2022, and it's a tremendous amount of insight of what's going on at the United States Mint. Now, the United States Mint official discusses recent sellouts, enrollments, and increased demand. Great article by Loius, Golino, special to Coin Week. It says here, almost every year the United States Mint releases certain products that sell out quickly, especially if they have limited mintages and are high demand items like the special American Silver Eagles issued since 2006, right? Remember the American Eagles with the V75? Wow, those were incredible. But this has been an unusual year even compared to 2021, which saw a much higher than usual number of sellouts, largely due to the rollout of new reverses for American Silver and Gold Eagles and the release of the new Morgan and Peace Silver dollars. Absolutely. This year, it seems almost every product is selling out quickly. Yeah, I mean, there's really not too much available. That's why you look at the coin at the sales, and there's a lot of sales from 2021. Like half the top sales of the top 10 sales are from 2021. Okay, so now we know that this almost every product is selling out quickly, from the silver military metals to the 2022 proof Silver Eagle and almost every proof version of the American Gold Eagle. The 10th ounce proof is on back order, and it might be available now, but it would definitely has been on back order for a while, to products that do not normally sell out at all, let alone quickly, such as the $quarter and dollar products, including roll sets and bags. Well, yeah, that's right. We're in new territory. Moreover, most of the American Women Quarters products sold out during the period when customers could enroll to receive them. That's right. Something we have never seen before. And this is Coin Analyst inquiry to the Mint. Your columnist recently contacted the U.S. Mint to request some clarification about this situation, sending official there these questions. And that is a beautiful, beautiful medal. There have been a lot of press reports and announcements from the U.S. Mint in recent months about coins selling out sooner than expected, including but not limited to coins that sold out with enrollments in advance of their regular release. That's right. While I'm aware of the issue of silver planchet supply problems, as well as the heightened demand for precious metals, some of these sellouts have left many collectors wondering why the U.S. Mint is unable to produce more coins. That is especially the case for programs like the clad American Women Quarters, rolls, and bags, and sets, since there is not, as far as I'm aware, a shortage of copper and nickel. Perhaps the issue there is the need to try and meet the higher demand for circulation coinage at a time when your minting facilities are still impacted by COVID. That's right. So great questions. And finally, the conclusion question here is, can the U.S. Mint provide some further details on what is causing so many sellouts this year? Yeah. Why many product limits as far as the quarters were set so low, especially for a new series that is likely to generate greater interest? And why is it not possible to produce more clad quarters if the demand is there as it appears to be? Great stuff. Now, briefing with Kurt Gillis. To address my questions, the Mint arranged a briefing with Kurt Gillis, Deputy Associate Director for Sales and Marketing, which occurred on April 26. Mr. Gillis has 2 decades of experience working in marketing, business development, and e-commerce, including 12 years as a digital entrepreneur. He began by discussing the recent spike in demand for Mint products, which he said was clearly impacted by COVID-19 pandemic, and which has had increased demand for many discretionary spending products across the board, not just coins. He added that while it is hard to quantify, the release of the new Eagle reverses and the Morgan and Peace dollars in 2021 have had a rejuvenating effect on the numismatic coins in general. I think that started in 2019 with the W quarters, the W nickels, the W pennies, and so on and so forth. Now, I asked if he could elaborate on the sources of the increased demand and what the role COVID played, adding that the number of coin collectors overall is believed to have grown because collectors had more time and sometimes more money for hobbies during the pandemic. Gillis replied that he agreed with that assessment as a significant contributing factor, but that he personally believed the primary factors was innovation in the product portfolio of 2020 and 2021. I agree with those assessments, both of them. Now, he added that he believes that Morgan and Peace dollars were particularly important because they brought lots of pre-existing Morgan and Peace dollar collectors who normally only collected older American coins. That's right. That's a good assessment. Overall, across all products, in 2021, the United States Mint added 166,217 new customers, those who have never bought from the Mint before. Until just a few years ago, the U.S. Mint's numismatic customer base had been slowly but steadily declining. He followed up by mentioning that when some collectors hear such numbers on new customers, they ask how many customers the Mint lost that year. Mr. Gillis said it is not possible to quantify since not all customers make purchases every year, which is why the Mint instead measures overall size of the customer base each year, right? So there will always be customer churn, and so long as customer growth exceeds losses, your base will continue to grow. Not happy about that statement there, and I imagine they could take all their customers and see which ones haven't made a purchase in the last 3, 6 months, 9 months, a year. Yeah. He went on to explain the U.S. Mint's product planning cycle is approximately 2 years out, making it very hard to respond to changing conditions, such as the impact of the Morgan and Peace Dollar program and the new Eagles, adding that although the Mint expected these products to do quite well, performance still outpaced expectations. That's hard to believe. Shift in marketing. This is huge. This is one thing I think I had anticipated and seen. Another recent change in the Mint is related to marketing and which kind of customers the Mint is targeting in its marketing. Mr. Gillis noted that in the past, the Mint focused more on the core or avid collector and less on customer acquisition. Recently, the Mint had focused much more on customer acquisition efforts, particularly in paid advertising, while the core collector audience is being more effectively nurtured through owned channels such as email and social media. As for the recent high number of sellouts, including for the American Women quarters, Gillis said that the U.S. Mint had conducted market research of both existing customers and in the general public. Demand was expected to remain relatively flat with the final years of the America Beautiful Quarters program. But then there was a perfect storm of good things, starting with the developments such as Oprah Winfrey and many other influencers and media outlets celebrating the launch of the 2022 Maya Angelou quarter. This, combined with a different marketing approach designed to engage women in the product, has caused demand to greatly exceed expectations. Wow, yeah, absolutely. According to Gillis, unlike previous quarter programs where advertising focused more on collecting the coins, the Mint advertised the American Women quarters as an opportunity for role models to engage the young women in their lives in the stories of these trailblazing American women and what they represent. And that's fantastic. I love it. But up, you know the rest. Combined with the incredible media and influencer coverage, product sales blew away expected demand. All that publicity created widespread awareness of the program, which greatly enhanced paid advertising performance. That was a multiplier and enabled the United States Mint to engage a lot of women as first-time customers. Here we go. This is the meat and potatoes. Mr. Gillis mentioned the website and software bot issues the Mint has encountered because the inventory must be reserved sequentially. It is extremely difficult to deal with massive pulses in simultaneous demand with concurrent web sessions that rival the most sought-after video game releases and limited edition designer sneakers. So, okay, yeah, we're as popular as video games and sneakers. First, the Mint successfully blocked the bots and stabilized the e-commerce experience on the site, and I thank you for that, United States Mint, because the releases and the drops have been smooth as silk. Okay, but the long-term solution is more than just adding technological capacity. It is about having the ability to produce supply sufficient to meet the demand and to enable mechanisms that normalize demand over a longer period of time and avoid funneling all that demand into a 20-minute drop window. You hear that? Boom. They know what's up. Over the supply side, the Mint's procurement team continues to work diligently to resolve the silver blank supply issue. The problem is particularly challenging due to the Mint's quality standards that very few suppliers are able to meet. Yeah, maybe that's something to do with it. Although Gillis couldn't confirm anything specific at this time, he said meaningful progress is being made. In regards to normalizing demand over a long period of time, this is where the push towards enrollment comes into play, he said. The Mint conducted significant communications across all channels to ensure customers understood that enrollments are the only way to guarantee they get an annual installment of their favorite products, that they can cancel their enrollment at any time, and that enrollments also provide free shipping. That's absolutely one of the best things Response has been fantastic, he said. He added that all due to all the efforts being made, the situation in 2022 has been considerably more stable, and they expect this trend to continue for the foreseeable future. He warned, however, that the 2-year product planning cycle will continue to constrain the Mint's ability to react quickly to changing market conditions. I asked if it were still possible to increase production. Oh boy. Oh wow. I asked if okay, this is important. I asked if it were still possible to increase production of the remaining 2022 American women quarters, and Mr. Gillis responded that by doing so would actually have a negative effect on 2023. Instead, the Mint has decided to focus resources on right-sizing 2023 American women quarter program. So they've committed to 2022, and there's no turning back. Wow. I also brought up the issue of speculation that many people believe is playing a role in the recent sellouts of quarter-dollar products that are normally not hot items, at least not since the state quarters. Moreover, if product limits are increased, that might then largely curtail the portion of demand spike that was driven by speculators who, at a certain point, realize they aren't likely to make more money on these products in the future, which would then lead to a considerable decrease in sales if indeed speculation is a large component of the demand. And he says here, Mr. Gills noticed that the Mint did not see a lot of evidence that speculation plays a meaningful role in the American women quarter sellout, but that it is clear that speculation played a significant role in the American Eagle and Morgan and Peace silver dollar programs. Yikes. As long as the Mint, it says here, as long as a product is priced for significantly less than what the market will bear, there will always be meaningful incentives for speculation. In many ways, that speculation is good for demand and for numismatics overall, and the Mint pays a lot of attention to this issue. Oh boy. While raising prices would certainly dampen speculation, it would have a significant negative impact on the Mint's ability to broadly engage the American public and connect America through coins. To address these issues, the Mint is in the process of initiating studies of the secondary market with the intent of identifying opportunities. Oh boy. To raise prices? Okay, maybe. To achieve a mutually beneficial balance between direct-to-customer and secondary market activity. Wow. Yay. So there it is. I think that's obvious. The writing's on the wall. Interesting, isn't it? So a lot of stuff happening. Quality of the silver planchets is poor. They're trying to secure that. They said they're close to reaching that objective, which is good. They said they've already committed to 2022, so they can't really change that. It would negatively affect 2023 if they did, so they don't want to do that. A lot of stuff to take in here, folks. Lots of stuff. So let's get to the plus twos today. Now, the first one is here. This is my Angelou. She says, do the best you can until you know better. Then when you do know better, well, do better. That's beautiful. Now, the next one here is a song from Hall & Oates. It's called You Make My Dreams Come True. And look at that. Great song. And there it is, folks. I want to thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for dropping by. Don't forget to hit us up this evening, 3 o'clock Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern for the Friday night silver coin auction. And if you're unable to bid, that's okay. Come out and hang out and with the family, right? And that's about it. So if you don't, have yourself a good weekend. We'll talk to you on Sunday. And I think we're still doing that Sunday thing with Gen X and the Dawn and Tiny. Either way, I'm rambling. Thanks for hanging out, folks. Appreciate every single one of you. So don't forget to hit that like button. And if you do like what you're going to see, please subscribe to the channel. It's free. Son of a Silver Stacker. Out.